operational plan. This we are going to cover in this video. Alright. We in last video we had covered all information about joint stock company, and this is the another topic in this unit we are going to cover, that is business plan. So little bit twist in this chapter is completely shifting towards the business plan and its users, right? So now let's see its definition first. First of all, I want to tell you one thing, that whether we create any business plan, because business plan needs are expensive actually. You need time, efforts and experts advisors. Only then we can create our business plans. So rather we create business plan, whether we invest a lot of amount on it, but it is not guaranteed that business will be successful after creating this business plan. Success of the business always depends upon the unique feature of the business as well as its management. So business plan is just a way, it's just a tool that we go on the track and to achieve our objective. But then too, rather it is not giving any guarantee, but then too business plan is very essential to make and to create for our business, because it keeps us packed on the business activities. So let us see what is the business plan. Business plan is, it can be defined as written representation of entrepreneur's vision for his or her business. Moreover, it is a written document which clearly defines where the business is heading, what are its objectives and goals, and how will it achieve them. See it very carefully what we are talking about. We are talking about business plan. So it can be defined as a written representation. So it is clear that it is always in the written form, because business plan in the mind cannot be expressed properly. So it is the written representation of entrepreneur's vision. Entrepreneur's vision, that what does a businessman, who is an entrepreneur, who is owning a business, right? So what does entrepreneur want in the future from its business? It is his vision that he wants to expand his business, he wants to serve the society, yeah, whatever the business he wants to carry on, he writes down his vision. So it is a written representation of his vision for his business. For his business, he is writing down all his vision, that what does he want from his business. Another way to describe it, that it is a written document. Again, it is a written document, it cannot go verbal. It is a written document which clearly defines where the business is heading, where is the direction of business, where the business is going, in which direction. So where the business is heading and what are its objectives and goals. What are its objectives and goals? What a business wants to achieve in life, what a business wants to get. So what are its objectives and goals? It is defined clearly. Moreover, how will it achieve them? How will the business achieve his goals? What are the strategies to achieve the business? And how he will going to make all the plans for achieving his goals. So all this is described in a plan. And when all of these things is described in a plan, then you say that it is a business plan. So everything commercially it is described under it. So all these things comes under the business plan, right? So what are the qualities of a good business plan? What are the qualities of a good business plan? First of all, it should determine directions. I am taking it from the definition itself. It should determine the directions of business. Where the business is going, it should determine the direction. Business plan should determine the direction of the business, that where the business is heading, which we have written here also. Second one, it should make or evaluated to face challenges. So business plan, good business plan is made to face challenges. If business is suffering from any challenge, then the plan should be made for facing the challenges also. That means during plan we have scanned whole environment, or whatever challenges we are going to face in the future, we have made a plan for that also, right? Third one, keep business on direction to achieve. That business plan, all over its process, all over the business plan's journey, a business should intact towards its direction. It should not focus from its direction to here and there. All over the business plan, all over the manufacturing process, sales process, marketing process, our business should be focused on its objective. So business plan draws these steps, step number 1, 2, 3, 4, all these steps should state our destination, right? So all these steps should be moving towards achieving the destination. Then plan should be made to achieve the direction, to achieve the objectives. So direction should be towards our objectives, right? Next, formulate strategies and for contingency. Contingencies are emergencies. So business plan, in a sound business plan, there should be strategies formulated, all strategies should be noted down, and our good business plan should be for the uncertainties also, for the emergency procedure also, that if this emergency comes, then what will be the step of the business, that should also clearly stated in the business plan. So these are the qualities of a good business plan. It should be directed towards the business, it should be made to face the challenges. I am just underlining it. Direction should be clear, it should face the challenges. Moreover, direction intact. Direction should be intact to achieve objectives or to achieve goals, right? All these steps should be formulated to make achievement of the goals. And last is formulate strategies and for contingencies. So we should have strategies that what we will do, what a business will do when it faces the emergency, right? So in that case, we have done the qualities here. Now we are coming here. I hope you have written it. I am going to rub it because I need to describe the needs. What are the needs? Or importance of business plan. What are the importance of business plan? You can pause my video here and write down and list the points. What are the importance of business plan? Why a business makes business plans? And then you match with my list that it is matching or not. Okay. First one, it always attract partners or we can say financial institutions. Financial institutions or banks or equity funding. Nowadays there are many forms from where we can arrange our finance. So this is one way, equity funding, that we convince people that please invest on my business, then we will share the profit, right? So it is useful, business plan is useful to arrange finance. From where do you arrange finance? Either to bank, nowadays bank also demand report of the business plan, that whether there is a future for the business or not, and financial institutions, if they are investing there also they demand this business plan report, and equity funding. For all these arrangement of fundings you require documented business plan, so that you show it and you have evidence that you have done whole scanning, whole assessment, whole analysis, then only you are presenting this business plan so that you could get the finance, right? Third one is business plan help directors to take capital investment decisions. What are the capital investment decisions? That how much we have to invest in machinery, how much we have to invest in plant, how much in building, how much in land. All these decisions are known as capital investment decisions. So if we are ready with the plan, right, so it will help directors that how much we need to invest in our capital decisions. Should we take the machinery or first hand, or should we go for the second hand machinery, or should we go for leasing of the machinery? So all these factors are decided once we are prepared with the business plan. Next, to help in uncertainties. Uncertainties, again the plan for contingencies. So we evaluate all the factors, this is very important. We evaluate all elements to help us in the uncertainty. So whenever a business is stuck, so what business will do? Business will refer to the plan, because in planning it has evaluated all the factors, and what will be the decisions in uncertainty, that will be written in the business plan. Okay. Next is to communicate line of action. What is this line of action? That what is the business? It's a review. It provides review to all its stakeholders. That what is this business all about? It communicates with the planning, with the document, it communicates that what is the line of action, that what the business will do. What the business will do. So stakeholders just open the business plan and they have a whole review that what the business is going to do in its future. So they do not have to think again and again. They just have to refer the business plan. Okay. It helps in fixing standards. It helps this business plan fix standards. The standard means again objectives for future, that what we will achieve, right? What we will achieve once we will achieve. So our standard will be fixed. These are standards. So once our standards will be ready, so we can easily compare the actual performance. Suppose we need to make another branch of business after 2 years. So our 2 years have been passed. This was written in our business plan. In our business plan it was written that we will make another branch of our business business. You know the blueprint, you always ask for the blueprint before exams. Ma'am, how you have set your question paper, how many marks question paper are there, how many questions of how many marks are there. So blueprint is actually giving the summary of something, right? So likewise, blueprint of business. Business plan is a blueprint of business. It always gives summary of business. It provides summary of business. So whosoever we want to show the summary of the business, it will be shown through the blueprint of the business plan. Blueprint of the business, that is business plan. Okay. So this way these are the needs of business plan. Now we are coming on the another part, that is content of business plan. So what is content of business plan? That is very important, because this content, like you make your project file, there are some papers. So you divide topics in your business, in your projects, right? That 2 pages are for this, 3 pages are describing this topic. Likewise, we have divided this business plan content here. You will be getting an idea how to create a business plan report, business plan file. So what you will be needing here, the cover page, like you make cover page of your project, cover page and content of topics, or we can say index. So cover page and index require 2 pages. Okay. After that we need executive summary. After that we require executive summary. What is this executive? In your project file you make conclusion, right? So that conclusion provide the whole summary of project file, that what you have done in the conclusion. So that conclusion, making it very attractive, we fix in the first part of this file, that is executive summary. In this executive summary, it is made extremely attractive to attract all those financial institution and finance from the different partners and all. So that is why it is made extremely attractive, just to gain the attention of the investors and other associates. Okay. Next is we have business concept. Then in this report you describe what is your business and what is your concept. So that should take not more than 4 pages. You describe in detail but in brief. Whatever topic should be there, it should be specific in this. So business concept you describe here. Then management summary. What will be the management and how they will operate. This whole management summary should not take more than 4 pages. Then business strategies. Whatever the objective you have decided, you have explained in business concept, you will be telling that how we will achieve those business objectives through these strategies, right? After this, operational plan, financial plan and marketing plan. And last is appendices. Operational plan is about the production procedure. Is about the production procedure, that how we will do the production in our business. Financial plan, how we will arrange the finance. Marketing plan, how we will sell and promote our product. And appendices is the extra information. Whatever extra information you want to provide about your business, good features, how you will attract the customers and everything. Whatever the extra information will be there, you will be describing 10 pages. So this way, this content is ready and your report is ready, and your report is ready in your file, in your pen drive or in software and hardware both. Wherever anybody required, you just present the written document, and your approvals for finance, approvals from banks, everybody comes through this. That is why it is very important for nowadays a startup. If you want to start your own business, then this type of business plan is very necessary now to maintain. Okay. So what are the elements there are four elements. First is organizational plan. This is organizational plan from here to here. This is organizational plan. Second, operational plan. Third, financial plan. Marketing plan. And fifth is human resource plan. So all these plans we have to make. This is the content of business plan. Okay, organizational plan, operational matlab means production plan, financial plan, then marketing plan and human resource plan. All these plans we have to make, and our further chapter is based on this. In today's video we are going to cover these 2 points, organizational plan and operational plan. In next video we are going to cover financial, marketing and human resource plan. So this way our whole chapter will be aligned on this, right? Now we are coming on organizational plan. Let's focus on this. Organizational plan is clear within its name also that it is a plan for organization. It's a plan for an organization and business or a business organization, right? So it gives this plan, we can write down this plan, gives clear idea about the setup of an organization. It gives clear idea for the setup of an organization. How we will set our organization. How people will work under our organization. What organization you are familiar with? Hospitals, schools, are you familiar with this? You come school daily, right? You see this organization. How people are working in this. How timetables are set. How teachers are coming in their described slot to teach. These all are the setup of an organization. So these setup needs time, needs planning, needs resources. So this is done in our business planning also, that how our business organization will be set up, right? So business organization will be clear idea about the setup of an organization, how our organization is set up. In this there are few elements. Important elements are there. Important elements of organizational plan. First one is this organization takes forms of ownership. You have studied this form of ownership in this first part of this chapter, that's sole proprietor, partnership, joint stock company, cooperative society, HUF. So all these are the forms of ownership. So in this organization setup, first you describe that what type of form of ownership you are going to have in this business. Whether you are going to be sole proprietor, one man who is holding the business, or you are going to have partnership, or you are going to have joint stock company. What type of ownership you are going to have in this, right? Second, identification and details of member associates, members or partners, whosoever. So in this plan you describe that what type, how many members are there, what is their name, address, what is their share of profit, what is their qualification. So all these things you describe under this point, right? Third one is organizational structure. Organizational structure means what type of system of authority you are going to focus in your organization, like functional, structure or divisional structure. These are very large concepts. I am telling you, functional and divisional structure are not a small concept. I cannot explain you in a line that what are these. So let's leave this topic, functional structure and divisional structure, for further videos and lectures, right? It needs at least 3 lectures or 6 classes to explain what are these. The functional structure and divisional structure are the part how we are going to run our organization. These are the ways how we are going to run our organization. So let's leave it for right now. This is the topic for another video, right? Fourth one is level of management. So in this top level, middle level, lower level, how you are going to systematically work about your levels of organization. One more thing is there, span of management. Then a superior, how many people can handle. Sorry, how many people can handle by a superior. So how many people can be handled by the superior? This is known as span of management. A superior is there, a boss is there, and a boss is having 4 people under him or 5 people under him. This is known as span of management. So this is all we decide here, and we decide also authority structure. Authority structure is who will pass reports to whom, who will answer to whom, who will give orders to whom. So all this is authority structure, that who will pass order to whom and who will be reporting back to whom, right? So all this authority structure is set up here. So here we said organization structure, level of management, span of management, authority structure, and last one is, I hope you have written this. I'm going to rub it. Right, and last is identification of management team. Identification of management team means who will be there on the top level managers. Again, their names, their qualifications, their address, everything comes here. So let us take what are the organization plans, elements, forms of ownership, sole proprietor, partnership and joint stock company, identification and details of partners, members, associates, their name, address, everything, organizational structure, whether it is functional structure or divisional structure, level of management, span of management, authority structure, that what will be the authority and responsibilities of whom. Means duties and responsibilities of people, and last is identification of management team who will be in our top level managers, right? Last we are coming on operational plan. Operational plan is also known as production plan. It's basically about the core activity of the company. If company is manufacturing shampoo, suppose, so how that shampoo will be produced, right? So whole manufacturing plan, whole steps of it, how many people will be involved, how much inventory will be there, how many machines will be there, how many labor will be required towards it. All of these things are described under the operational plan. Now let us see what is this, the meaning of it. Operational plan gives clear idea finished goods. How raw material will be transformed into finished goods? What is the raw material? If we have cotton textile industry, so our raw material is cotton and our finished good is cloth. We have put in the cotton and we are getting our cloth. So we are converting from raw material to finished good. This gives a clear idea that how our raw material will be converted into the finished goods, right? Next point is it focuses on daily activities. Who does the daily activities? Our labor, our supervisors, they do the daily activities. So it focuses and make the daily reports, how much production has been done, how many units we have made, right? Next is physical necessity. It also describes physical necessity. What is this physical necessity? Physical location, raw material, technology, finance, all these are the physical necessities. So in this plan we also describe the physical necessities. Next is, it also describes break-even analysis, quality control measures, and manufacturing process. See what we are describing here? We are getting here, giving a clear idea about how the raw material will be transformed into finished good. First of all, in this plan. Second, it focus on the daily activities, that what are labor and what is actually production is done on the daily basis, and it describes the physical necessities, whatever the actual requirement in our core activities of our business, like physical location, where will be our building, where will be our factory, how much raw material will be required, what technology we will be requiring. So these are the physical necessities. And last is it describes physical break-even analysis. What is break-even analysis? When we will reach to no profit, no loss condition, and when we will start getting profit, and when we will be occurring losses. And next is quality control measures. How we will control our quality, right? And manufacturing process. Manufacturing process means what will be the steps in the manufacturing process. All this we will be describing in the operational plan. Let's see its elements also, like we have done in the organizational plans. Very small. Only few elements are there. First of all, it gives the details of manufacturing process. Means what will be the steps of it, how many labor will be required, etc. So what will be the steps of manufacturing process? Step number 1, 2, 3, 4. All the process is described under the details of it. Second, the details of raw material. What are the details of raw material? That is raw material readily available or we will be able to afford it, and how much inventory we need to maintain. So these are the questions we need to answer here. Details of raw material means, is the raw material readily available? We will be able to get the raw material or not? Will be able to afford it? Would it fit in our cost price? And how much inventory we need to maintain? Now, how much stock we need to maintain? Next is details of infrastructure. Infrastructure, you know what are building machinery. So that is details infrastructure required and how we will arrange it. How we will arrange it. How much physical infrastructure is required and how we will arrange it. Next is details of power required. What is power? Electricity. What is power? Electricity. So in manufacturing process, electricity plays very important role. If you have a large industry, you need a lot of power, you need a lot of electricity. So electricity, will it be arranged? How much investment is required in it? And it should ensure smooth running of business. Right? Next is and last it is types of machineries and plant. What type of plant and machineries you require? So details of it and how will you arrange it. So all these things will be getting from the all this operational plan, okay, production plan. So these are the 5 elements in this. First of all, details of manufacturing process, steps of it, details of raw material, it will be readily available and all. Details of infrastructure, how much physical infrastructure required and how we'll arrange it. Details of power, electricity, will we be able to arrange, how much investment we should have, ensure smooth running of the factory. Then last is types of machinery and plant, details of it and how you will arrange this. So likewise we have completed these 4 subtopics in our chapter, and do not forget to complete your assignments. Queries will be discussed later. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.